Welcome back, everybody. This is Johnny Hopper, and I know you guys want to know who won.
How do you plan on winning that war?
With zeal and focus and violent hatred.
Good luck. You're going to need it. I'm going to be over here, winning.
And I will get better at this as we do more sponsorship. But I know looking at all the comments, Jeff Walker was definitely the top voted rider, but he was in the 250 class. I did say 450 class. Stipulations are, I'm going to start with the 450 class. The rider has to be a 3-digit number and can't be on a factory or satellite team. So with that being said, I want to keep to my guns, and it was between two 450 riders. This Cody Shock, who is 21 years old, and dude, this guy rails. This guy absolutely rails. And he actually did real well this weekend at Southwick. He actually went 17th in Moto 1, 14th in Moto 2. So big shout out to him. You should go follow him, do whatever you can to help him. But again, this was all based on Instagram votes and YouTube comments and YouTube votes. And the winner.
Winner, chicken dinner.
The winner was Jared Lesher. This guy is 23 years old. He's riding a 450 Honda, and judging by the conversations that I've had with him, which I will share with you guys in just a bit, the bike's got like 160 hours on it. It's about to blow up, and it almost blew up at Southwick, which he ended up just limping it over the finish line for 33rd. And he qualified 17th. He's been qualifying inside the top 20 in the last 3 rounds or so. So this guy has got a lot of potential. Both of them do. Go follow him as well. And I want a big shout out to everyone that donated money to the cause for sponsoring the rider. And a big shout out to everyone that actually voted as well, because I had over 450 votes. It wasn't a whole lot, but it was enough for me to take a couple hours to try to tally everything up.
This is called adding. If I have 2 beans, and then I add 2 more beans, what do I have?
Some beans.
So I did transfer the money. GoFundMe takes, I don't know, 0.3% or something of it, but we're going to give him $1,000. We raised 1,020. And without further ado, let's talk to Jared. What's up, Jared?
How we doing?
Hey, what's up, man? It's Johnny Hopper.
Hey, buddy.
I just wanted to wish you congratulations. I know we're giving away $1,000 to a privateer, and you were the guy that everyone voted for.
That's so awesome, man. I definitely needed that after the last few weekends that we had. The last few weekends have been rough. But, man, I appreciate what you're doing, and you know, that's so awesome that whenever I kind of find out about it, man, I was ecstatic.
I'm hoping at some point, Jared, we can start giving away more money, because I've been in your shoes before, and it sucks. And, you know, just hearing a little bit more about people close to you that were private messaging me, they were saying, and you've been running the same bike since Supercross.
Yep, yeah. So we kind of been just swapping out some parts and kind of making it work since last November. So it's been the only bike that I've had. I had a 250 that we've torn down. It's a frame and a motor right now. It's been a parts bike for my 450 all through Supercross, and now you know, going into outdoors, we've actually used some parts off of it as well. So there's not much left on the 250 that will fit the 450. Put it that way.
Are you running the smaller wheel or no?
No, we're not running the smaller wheel. We're still running the 450 rim, but no, everything else we've kind of, you know, we stuck with the general 450 setup. So it's been good, but at the same time, once you start getting that much time on a dirt bike, man, it starts to become, you know, a moving problem at some point. So.
It honestly starts becoming scary, because you don't know if your hubs are going to explode or if the valves are going to go. Or
yeah, that, you know, we kind of just try to keep up on that stuff as much as we can, and you know, if we have any issues with anything, we kind of just we do what we can to make the best of it, and that's kind of just where we're at with it. I'm sure just like sometimes you're scraping, so you got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Absolutely, dude. Well, I know you qualified 17th at Southwick, which was awesome, but then you were telling me you had some motor issues and you ended up finishing 33rd that first moto. What was going on?
Yeah, I got about halfway into the moto, and it sounded like my piston was about to come shooting through the head. And I obviously knew something was up. And then I made it a couple more laps, and I couldn't really focus ahead because of all the noises that were going on in the motor. Then smoke started coming out the exhaust, and then it just started decreasing in power each lap. And then by the last lap, it felt like I was dragging the rear brake. So I knew something wasn't up. I got it back to the pit without it shutting off, and luckily I actually just got it torn down this morning. Luckily it's nothing too serious, and we're gonna have it fixed for Redbud this weekend. So we'll be a
sweet.
Redbud ready
That's
to
always
go.
a fun one. The fans there are crazy. And
That's right.
That Laraco's Leap, every time I've gone there, TV doesn't do it justice.
No, absolutely not.
It's right out
you
of
feel
a
like
corner.
You're in the air for 30 seconds.
It's been a couple years since I've been there, though, but what gear are you hitting it in?
Third, I believe. I think third gear, coming out of the turning second, shifting third, and pulling third up the face.
Right on, my friend.
So-
Well, I know at High Point you went 21st, 25th, just right on the verge of making those points, get inside that top 20. And everyone, we're all rooting for you, my friend, and hopefully we can give you some more money at a later time.
Well, I really appreciate it, man. It helps out a ton. Everybody that's watching and kind of just the good vibes, man. Everybody that's coming around, man. It does help out. I got a good group of people behind me, and I couldn't ask for anything better at this point. We're going in the right direction. Few bugs need to be worked out, but other than that, man, I'm happy with everything.
If you don't mind me asking a couple of personal questions, do you have a mechanic? Is it a family member or just somebody close to you?
Yeah, somebody close to me. He basically just helps out just to help out. He isn't able to go to all of them with me. He's able to do Redbud this weekend. He was able to do High Point and WW, but the rest of them he's not going to be able to make it to, unfortunately. So I'll probably end up just either getting a friend from back home to help me out, or maybe even somebody from Georgia. I'm not sure yet. We'll kind of just play that one by ear. So I do all my bike work during the week. So I basically have it ready to go on the weekends. It's just keeping it going on race day.
Yeah, dude, that's a full-time job for sure. So what does your week look like? Because you basically are driving
Wide
12,
open.
18 hours and
Yeah, it's wide open, man. By the time I'm getting back on, sometimes I don't get back till late Sunday night, and I'm back at it and getting the bike ready Monday, riding Tuesday, Wednesday morning, and Thursday I'm usually leaving to head back to wherever I'm going to try to get to the track on Friday. So it's a lot of doing, a lot of driving. But it's all part of it. So no
if you don't mind
complaints.
me asking, how old are you, Jared?
I'm 23.
23. And what are your goals for the future? Are you going to do Supercross this year? Or, I mean, what's your short-term goal as far as the Nationals? What are you hoping to finish or get out of it?
Man, I feel like top 20 has been eluding me. I know I belong there. I've qualified the top 20 the last 3 weekends. My speed's definitely there. We just got to kind of get these bugs worked out, I feel like, and I think we'll get it. It's just haven't had the weekend yet, I guess.
Are you going to do Supercross for 2020?
Yep, that's the plan. I hope to do all of them in the 450 class, but that's always up in the air. So we'll kind of play that one by ear as well, and kind of figure it out once we get a little bit closer to the time.
Because looking at your results, I believe the best you did last year was Atlanta. Was that?
No, I did, I believe 10 rounds last year. Atlanta was the only main that I made. But this was also my first year trying Supercross. I've raced Amsoil Arena Cross for the last 3 years. So I did Supercross for the first time this year, just went straight to the 450 class, just for, the reason being of not being able to afford a race bike 250, and keeping up with a practice bike 250. A 450, it's a lot more reliable for, a bit longer. So
Yeah, and if you
don't
get in
really
the
have
main,
to
you
do
get a
as
little
much
more
to
money
them.
too.
That's right. So they're
Well,
making it work.
Is there anybody, dude, you'd like to thank? Because I don't want to keep you too long.
Yeah, dude. Moto Pro Graphics. Those guys have been helping me out a ton down in Blue Ridge, Georgia. Michael Shaw Photography. He's been helping out a ton with the graphics, helping me out with plastics, stuff like that. All the guys down at all right, so definitely Moto Pro Graphics guys. Those guys have been helping me out a ton. Cherokee Guns, Fast Lap Suspension, MXX Suspension, Phoenix Racing, Budget Blinds, Michael Shaw Photography, Fly Racing, always keeping me looking good. Hinson Racing, No Toil, Athena. Those guys at Get, man, they help me out a lot with tuning the bike, and Dan Truman, he really keeps me on top of things. EVS Sports, Brad over there, man, he really kills it and keeps me loaded up with, knee braces, chest protectors, stuff like that. Scott Motorsports, Mika Metals, Deval, Horse Connection, Moto Option, Moto stuff. Man, there's just a long list of great people helping me out, great companies helping me out. And I couldn't really ask for anything more right now, and we'll just try to keep moving forward.
Awesome, my friend. And how do you want this $1,000? Have you ever used Apple Pay before?
No, I haven't. Whatever's easiest, man. If you want to, is the Apple Pay pretty easy to set up?
Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll send you $1,000 and it'll just come across as like a text message, and then you'll click on it and it'll go to your Apple wallet, and then from there you just have to set up your bank account and it'll transfer to your bank account in like 1 or 2 days or so.
Perfect. Yeah, man, that'll be perfect then.
Cool, my friend. Well, we'll be rooting for you at Redbud, and I appreciate you taking the call.
Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate what you're doing, and it's really going to help out.
Yeah, dude, I'm just a washed up old pro that wasn't near as good as you ever, so want to still be in it.
Hey, you did it though, man. You've been there, you've done it. You know what it's like.
Oh man, it's tough for sure. So I wanna just help out some of the privateers and a lot of my followers. I'd like to try to just get some of the guys that are really working hard at it, and they don't really get a whole lot of press or no notoriety for it. So
Right.
All right, man.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
Good luck, and I'll send that right to you.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
Cool. Thanks, Jared.
Fuck you.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right. Gotta find my face. Boom. Delivered. All right, so I said I was going to do one for the 250 class as well. So I've set up another one for us to do something small, give back, pick which rider we want as far as an underdog, and this is going to be a 250 underdog. And just to give you guys some examples, we've got Cody Williams. This guy is a 3-digit number. He's qualifying inside the top 30 at the rounds on a TC 125. That is a Husqvarna 125. And this kid is super nice, and he and his dad are the ones traveling in a box van. This would be probably one of my picks if I had a huge clout to where, I was voting on my own. But this is the audience, this is the community, this is us, the fans. My vote only counts as one. This would be the guy that I would pick. And then we also have this guy, Hunter, and he, I believe, was the West Coast 125 Lights champ, before it went under for the last year. He's done the super crosses. He has had pretty good finishes, and he's trying super hard. You know, they're spending a lot of money on the 250 class trying to make the dream a reality. And then we have this individual, Ben Adamson. He's been doing well at Florida and a couple of the other rounds. He hasn't made any pro points yet, so this would be an individual to look at as well. And then we have Dalton. This kid, real young kid, is doing really well, went 33-28. He's trying real hard, just keeping the dream alive. So this would be another one. And obviously we have the most popular, Jeff Walker. I have spoken with him a couple times. This kid has a lot of heart, and he potentially can go places just like all the other riders that I mentioned. So guys, let's give away another $1,000 to a rider, and then hopefully down the road I can get some more sponsors so that we can give, you know, 5-10 grand to a rider to really make their day. So I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you for watching. This is Johnny. Brop.